Okay, so we're going to do a landscape of the Yorkshire Dales. Very impressionistic, not anything defined. So we're going to start with the sunrise that James saw coming back from one of his calls. And we're going to show that just by using the side of the chalk to fill in the top of the canvas in a very rough way. And of course, a sunrise is never all one color, so just layer stuff over it. It does not have to totally cover. It does not have to be even. A sunrise is not even. It's going to be different colors in different places. And I have no special skill or talent here. As you can see, you can just, there's no wrong way to do it. And I think yellow might look nice. The reason I'm only going this far down is because I want to leave lots of room for hills and pasture land and a stone wall to make it really look like the Yorkshire Dales. So the hills, I'm going to do sort of a lavender, dusky blues and purples. And look, I'm just filling in where, you know, where the sunrise stops. And it should have sort of a bumpy top because that's how hills are. You can go sideways with your chalk like this. You can use the end if you want. I find that using the side and going different directions kind of fills in better against this, against the canvas, which, as you can see, is making things very dusty, but also more interesting. I like to layer blue and purple, and maybe put a little bit more purple on. That's a little too blue for me. And you go this way with the chalk. It gives the edge a little bit more irregularity, almost like the tops of trees coming up off the hills. I'm just gonna leave that like that. Maybe I'll tap off the dust. There we go. And now I'm ready for some pastures, which would be green, very bright green in Yorkshire most of the time, unless there's snow. So I'm just doing the same thing there. A little bit bigger space. In fact, the rest of it, all of it. We'll put the fence over this at the very bottom. So just go all the way to the bottom with your green pastures. Use different colors of green. You can even add some yellow in here. Any old way. I mean, there's just no wrong way to do it. You just want to cover it up. Got to put a little muscle into it. Again, you can use the end of the chalk going up and down. You can go across. You can do whatever you want. It's an impressionistic version, so there's a lot of, you know, it's very forgiving. There's no right way or wrong way. And now I'm going to put a little stone wall along the bottom because it wouldn't be Yorkshire without a stone wall. And I just want a little bit of it fading off. I don't want it to be straight line across. I want it to look like it's kind of going off into the distance. So it'll be bigger right here in my left corner. And then it will kind of wander off like that. And yeah. Okay. Now we have a very, very impressionistic version of the Yorkshire Dales, but we're not done. That was the easiest part, and now we are going to fine-tune this with a little bit of water and veterinary gauze. So all you're going to do here is stick your finger in the water and then get most of it off. You don't want to be dripping wet. And start at the top, like we did with the dry chalk. Get off dust, you know, knock the dust off as much as you can. Take your damp finger and just start swirling it around on top of the dry chalk. If you need more water, go for it, but make sure you tap off the excess so you don't end up with a runny palette. If you have even a barely damp finger and you keep pushing, you'll see that you get different intensity of color in different places, and that's kind of cool because that's what a sunset is like, right? A sunset has dark spots and light spots. And there's, again, no wrong way to do it because nature's art is different every day, and each one of you can have a different version of this, and all of you be right. There is no right. It's just beautiful. So now if I think, well, you know, it's looking a little too orange for me. I think I would like to have a little more variation again. Well, then I'm just going to grab my yellow piece of chalk, or any color, and add some more yellow. Yeah, I know that looks weird, but it won't in a minute. Actually, I could leave it like that. It doesn't really look weird. I think I kind of like it. But I'm going to play with it a little because that's more fun. And just lightly go over that with my finger. Rub it in a little bit. Maybe I want some more yellow up here. You just kind of play with it until you're happy with it. You're the creator. You don't have to, you're not earning a grade on it. And this is just supposed to be fun. So anyway, I'm going to leave my sunrise alone there for a minute. And I'm going to move on to my mountains. Now, you're probably wondering, how do you blend the edge between these different sections? Well, you don't worry about that. You just take your finger, and don't worry if you have other colors on your finger. It all works out. And you just kind of blend it like that. And you can again do it however you like. You can use a little bit more water, a little bit less water. I think I want a little bit more. And in case you're wondering when the veterinary gauze comes into the picture, so to speak, it's whenever you feel you've gotten a little too much water on the palette. See, I like this to blend a little bit more like I did when it was dry. So I'm going to use my finger like I used my chalk and just go up and down. And keep combining the colors. I think I want the effect of one hill crossing the other here. So I'm just gonna create that line. Maybe another one here. It's very subtle, but it'll kind of look like there's layered hills. One slightly different color, because I had some other color on my finger. So that's how that's going to make it look like it's a different hill. Anyway, like I said, it's so abstract that people will look at it and see different things. But as you can see, that's starting to look more like hills. Now, the pasture. I think I want a little bit more green in here. And maybe even a little bit more yellow right up here next to the hills. I see some. Well, you can keep adding chalk and water all day if you want. I mean, only you get to decide when this is done. And then again, see, I had that purple on my fingers, so I got a turquoise thing going over there, which I think is pretty. Maybe it's a little creek that leaked onto the meadow. And again, just take your finger, tap most of the water off. You can go one direction here and another direction here, or whatever you want. Now I'm going to show you an example of too much water, at least for my taste. Like, oh, you know, it's a little bit wet, and also maybe I want to use that gauze to create sort of an effect. So you just take it and fold it over, and you pat to remove what you don't want there. Okay. Just a little cleanup tool, just like in veterinary medicine, except we're not dabbing up blood. So I'm gonna be a little bit more generous with the water here since it's a bigger area to cover. What you don't want to do is get your gauze so soaked in blotting that it kind of goes muddy and you can't use it again. You shouldn't need that much gauze. If you're not pouring on the water really thick, you really shouldn't need a lot of that. But now we're down at the stone fence. Now see, I actually took off too much color there. Left kind of a white spot, so I'm just going to add some more. Make it green again. Not worried about going outside the lines. And now I'm going to blend my stone wall, again using that same up and down technique so that the top of the wall looks like bumpy stones from my fingertips. And of course, you know that your fingers did this, but nobody looking at your painting is going to think it looks like a finger painting. They're going to think you look like you did some abstract, you know, Metropolitan Museum of Art thing. Anyway, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. You're just supposed to have fun doing it, and you know what it is, and you get to play with it. And look, here I'm doing some actual, like, little curvy things. I don't know why. It just seems more like rocks to me, and I kind of like it, so I'm going to leave it like that. But I could just as easily have done something very different. And I think I like this just the way it is, but I might want to create a little hill in here. I'll just add with my finger, I'm just going to add a little bit of maybe a line. Maybe I'll put a line in there like that and then smear it around a little bit, so it just gives the effect of a change in, you know, like a trail or something, faintly. Here's another example of how to use the gauze. Okay, so now I'm putting dry chalk over wet chalk, and makes the color a little more intense. I just think I want a little bit more brown down here, and I want to play around with the shapes a little bit more. So I'm going to put, you know, I'll blob around some water and make this a little darker. And there you go. And I'm going to dab up a little bit more so that there's more irregularity in the stone wall. A little more like a real stone wall would be. Even though we're doing abstract, it's kind of nice when it gives a suggestion of what it is. All right, good enough. I'm done. That was fun. I hope you guys have fun with doing yours too.